His love is unconditional. That's what I love about God. That's what I love about my relationship with Him. Sometimes I ask Him, like, God, why, like, you
still keep coming back?
Why do you keep coming back? Like, so many times I look for Him, like, okay, I'm done with you, and He didn't. He still loved me. He still, called me by my name. He didn't call me out of my name. He called me by my name.
Hi, my name is Frisha.
And my name is Shaquita.
And welcome to Searching for Freedom.
All right, guys. You already know how we do it on a Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We dropping these videos.
You already know what it is.
Dropping these videos back to back. But we hitting you with another banger. Now I'm just playing. Fire.
Please don't judge us.
But yeah, so it's Friday, and you already know what it is. We're coming with another video for you guys, being transparent and vulnerable. And today's topic is it too late to be redeemed? Do you feel like you're too far gone for God to show up for you? Are you too far gone from God's grace, His mercy, His love, His protection? Have you done too much? Have you gotten so deep? Have you dug a hole too deep for yourself that you can't get out? Do you feel like where you are, you deserve it? It's punishment, right? For something you did in the past, something you haven't forgiven yourself for.
Or even something you're doing now.
Or something you're doing now. Or something, a relationship. And that's what inspired this topic tonight. I was speaking with somebody, and they were just expressing their situation, and they were like, this is punishment for something I did in the past, and I don't need to expect God's favor or His grace or His mercy. I should just deal with it. This is where I'm at. I can't see myself without this situation I'm in because so much time has gone by.
Right, having that feeling of regret, like, okay, well, if I had did it how I should have back then maybe I would have been able to get that grace. I would have been able to be forgiven. But now it's too late. I've been in this too long, or I've been experiencing this too long. I'm too set in my ways, and it's just no turning at this point.
Right.
And I feel like it's the mindset. Like, it's all about what you want, because God, He's a gentleman. He's not going to force anything on you. But we have to make up in our minds that we want it, that we want the forgiveness, that we want to be loved, that we want that change, and not just staying in that same place, because it's not going to happen until we make that decision ourselves, because it's ours. The scripture says that we have authority. Like, there's nothing that we cannot accomplish with God's strength in us. So it's all about our heart posture and if we actually want it. But how would we get someone to believe that they even have that authority when they've been walking in that condemnation for so long, and Satan is telling them those lies, and they may not be in the Word, they may not be actively around godly community, so they may not hear those promises over themselves. Like, how do they know that they are able to receive that?
I think it's the will, right? The willingness to want to get out of that situation. Or sometimes you have to get to the end of yourself to even realize, you know what, only way up out of this is up, right? I'm only, sometimes you're at and I've heard, I know for myself that sometimes you can get so low that you're at the best place, which is on your knees, where you can cry out to God. And I've been there so many times before where I didn't know that I had a way out of a situation. I didn't know, but I got so low where I cried out to God, and He helped me, right? And from there, God, He took my hand and He held me. It wasn't easy. But God was there to get me out of the situation. And so that's the reason why we wanted to do this video, to be able to share our experience and say that, hey, we're not too good for God's grace, and neither.
I feel like you're right. Like sometimes you just have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Mm-hmm.
Tired of yourself, of you making those decisions and you keep coming to the same end result. I remember, like, I've shared with you guys before, like, it was a year of me smoking because I didn't want to face what I was dealing with. And it got to a point where I remember I was in the bathroom and this thought came into my mind about suicide, about taking my life. And it scared me because I know that I didn't want that to be my story for my children. And for it to be something that popped into my mind even for a second, it made me not want to continue on the path that I was going because I knew that it didn't lead to anything but death. Right. And at that moment, I was just like, God, I can't do this. Like, I don't know what this walk looks like. I don't even know how to do this. Like, this was before I met her. I didn't have any godly community. I wasn't even a part of Fusion, our young adults ministry. So I didn't know anything about this walk or about this journey. And this was before I got baptized as well. And it's just like, I don't know what this looks like, but I can't keep doing this myself. I know that I can't because I want better for me and I want better for my children. Like, I don't want my children to have to grow up and say that my mom chose to leave me, you know? So it's like, and that may not be everyone's story. That may not be something that everyone has experienced, but it's just like, it gets to that point where it's just like, you have to make that decision. Nothing that we can do or have done surprises God.
At all.
He knows that you're doing it. He knows you're in the midst of it. He even knows that you want out, but he's going to wait for you to ask for his help. He's not going to force his ways on you because that's not genuine love. If I have to force you to love me, that's enslavement.
Right. That's bondage. But definitely God is a God of free will, and he will give the opportunity to come to him. Somebody speak with you is either planting a seed in you. They are either watering the seed, and it's God who gets the increase. So I know before I even start working with God, seeds were being planted by people. I remember my brother would send me, my oldest brother, he would send me Bible scriptures every morning. And I'm like, this boy crazy. Why he keep doing this? You know, here he come again with these Bible scriptures. Like, I don't read the Bible. I go to sleep when I read it. You know, I tried it. You know, not that I didn't believe in God, but I just didn't have my personal relationship with him. So I didn't know what all was on the table when you become a child of God. So, yeah, I got to the end of myself. And when I say God came in like a rushing wind, you know, like you said, your heart posture, God, help me. I need you. Like, this is not me. Like, I can't believe I've allowed myself to get this far. You know, I didn't know what the outcome was going to be. I didn't know that the situation that took place was going to happen, but it drew me closer to God. And when I look back, I remember, like, God, you were working on me before I even asked for help. I remember, like, you were preparing me for this moment. You knew I needed to call on you, and for me to, he was waiting on me to make that first step.
It doesn't matter what you're in. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how bad you think your sin is or what you're doing is. God, he loves us all the same. It doesn't matter if you are, well, I wouldn't even say that because we all sin. I was going to say it doesn't matter if you're perfect and you don't sin, but that's none of us. But it's all about what you want. What are you trying to get out of it? Do you want a relationship with God? Because he's going to forgive you as long as you keep asking and you turn away from it. And you're not going to get it right all the time. Like, you're not. We don't get it right all the time. But there's nothing that can keep you from his love. And he will cast your sins as far as the east is from the west. If all you do is just ask. If all you do is just come to him with a genuine heart.
So he said, I stand at the door and knock. You know, waiting for you to let him in. You know, there's always an open invitation. You know, he said he's handing out invitations for the banquet, right? It's all about who takes that invitation and who attends, you know, that celebration. Because it says when one person comes to heaven, When one person come to God, get their life to God, heaven
rejoices.
So when you decide that you want to come out of what you're in, heaven is rejoicing over that victory. And all you have to do is just make the first step. And God is all, he said if you lift him, he'll draw. So, yeah. It's never too late. Even if you think that it's too late, it's never too late. Like you said, it doesn't matter how old you are, how many kids you have, how many kids you don't have, married, not married, the plans you thought, things that you thought you should be doing by now. It doesn't matter.
And that condemnation is not of God.
It's
making you feel that you deserve whatever you're in because of the things that you've done in your past. That is not God. That is not God at all. No, he doesn't want you to do. He wants you to acknowledge it. But God does it with love. He's not going to beat you down and make you feel worse because of something that you've done.
And you are not alone.
You're not at all.
Like Brisha said, before even walking with Christ, she didn't have Christian friends. Before walking with God, I didn't have Christian friends. I remember asking God for help. I didn't know what that would look like. But as I allowed God to hold my hand, he started surrounding me around those group of Christian friends, and I went down for prayer. That's how I got in a small group. The person who prayed over me was a small group leader.
What was crazy with me, it didn't even start off with like people my age with friendships or small groups. It started off with someone, I got hired at a job and we were in the same training class, and she happened to be a prophet. It just started that more and more we got to know each other. She had a prayer call once a week. And I would get up in the mornings and get on the prayer call, and I would ask for prayer about what I was going through. And then it became me praying for others as well. And that's just how it started. And then later on, I found out about Fusion, and then I started meeting people my age as well. But God's going to meet you where you are.
He's going to
meet you exactly where you are to give you what it is that you need so that you can become closer to him. Trust and believe. He's not going to let up an opportunity where you're asking for a relationship with him, and he's just going to be like, all right, well, you
it's
work
for
it's too
late.
You got to come find me.
Yeah.
Like,
you took too long. No.
It's not his character at all. So do not be ashamed of whatever you are in the midst of or that you have done. He's seen and heard it all. You are no different than me. You're no different than her. And to be honest, God probably is searching and wanting and desiring you more than he is for us, because he leaves the 99 for the one. Like, for someone who is walking with him, if someone who is not walking with him is in the back saying, hey, Father, don't forget about me, he's going to leave us and go to save you, because heaven does rejoice. He wants to see all his children with him. And we're not saying that anybody is better than anyone, but he will leave to come for you if all you do is ask.
And he will come with a vengeance, baby girl.
Yes,
he will come with a vengeance, sir. Daughter, he will come with a vengeance for you. You are loved. If you were told that you're not good enough, if you're told that, you're going to be just like your mom or your dad or your uncle or your cousin, or you just like your sister, or you feel like, everybody in my family is doing this, or this how they did it. You be that one. You be that curse breaker. You be that chain breaker. You be that one who changed the story of your family. You can do it.
With God's strength, he will show you how, even if you've never seen it before.
He will give you the vision. He will give you clarity, because I tell anybody, if I'm walking with Christ like I am, anybody can do it. It's not a specific person, and I just want to apologize to you if, you were approached by someone who was a Christian, or someone who, was a Christian and judged you, or you feel like, someone who was representing Christ wrong, showed you the wrong way, or you're like, well, I've seen Christians and they're no better than me, and they do the same thing I do when he go to church, or he a deacon. I apologize. Some people just out here representing Christ wrong.
Because we don't get it right.
We don't.
All the time, we don't. There are moments where, yes, we may resemble him, but we are sinners talking to you. We are not holier than thou. We are not Jesus. We are two sinners just letting you know what he's done for us. Like, we're not going to get it perfect. We're not. But we just want to encourage you through what we've seen him do in our life. It's never too late for you to be redeemed.
So yes, guys, thank you so much for watching our video, rocking with us on another Friday night. We really just wanted to talk to that person who felt like, it's too late. His love is unconditional. That's what I love about God. That's what I love about my relationship with him. Sometimes I ask him, like, God, why, like, you still
keep coming back?
Why do you keep coming back? Like, so many times I look for him like, okay, I'm done with you. And he didn't. He still loved me. He still, called me by my name. He didn't call me out of my name. He called me by my name. And so just wanted to share this with you guys. And thanks for watching.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that notification bell so you won't miss another one of our videos. Thanks for watching!